There's just some hole in the logic, I guess.
Huh? Where?
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah.
What happened
I
after
wonder
that?
why.
Huh? Even
Same.
the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapao. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Oh, that's sitting.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
Shinra can be quite strong if you can pull the man up from sitting.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapao was used?
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot.
You shake him that
right?
much, he gonna get dizzy though.
At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapao sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's all right. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
I don't, but I don't know about Yuma. Yuma is quite dumb.
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off?
When you open the door.
How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Yeah.
Huh?
You just have to think, Yuma. You
Yuma,
can do this.
the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Oh, one mystery after another! What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
No.
Or not.
Yeah.
I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
It's not that hard. You have to do quick time event. I pressed the wrong button. I gonna press A. Man. Yeah.
I got it!
Okay.
The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
But how did they got past the poison chamber with that?
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Maybe the airlock open
Hey,
after the
you said the culprit
poison
rode on top
chamber
of
is
Amapal.
done.
What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through. After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
What about the poison
Is it?
chamber though?
I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
No. He need to get off before the poison chamber.
By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
The poison chamber.
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case is greatest. This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Do we skip the poison really? I still don't understand how they can go through poison chamber by riding the robot. I think Vivia have the same thing as me.
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
No.
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Yeah, Vivia have the same thought as me. He thought about the poison chamber, not
Well,
this one.
This is the mystery to be solved. So let's clear it out.
Beats me.
this, right? Because Amapao fall off. Yeah. Really? Before then. Huh, this time I missed a lot. Okay.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapal entered the room, which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapal at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right.
Really?
The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Hello, Yomi. You gonna correct us, right? Correct Yuma. He missing something.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Alright.
The culprit hopped on Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky.
Okay, Amapao design.
The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky.
We need to do it when the movement change.
That's right.
The culprit hopped on Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Yeah.
Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Huh, you run away. Okay. I thought you were gonna mention the poison chamber, but not yet, huh? Okay then.
I get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
Maybe.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Dad? What's with this thing?
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him, which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
But the doctor might not hear them, right?
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies! By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Okay.
Master!
Yeah.
They'll lead
Damn it!
to statement to repel, right?
Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies!
Egg, man.
By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Master!
Yeah.
Let's fast forward a bit.
Your deduction is inconsistent!
No?
Damn! Good luck!
Yeah.
Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies!
By your logic,
Even if the doctor could
be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
That claim doesn't hold up! No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way! The culprit. Brick quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming!
Okay, that one.
This is the truth.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What?
What are you talking
I
about?
refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing. But
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If
Maybe
that's
not.
the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Come on, Yuma.
Hey!
Yeah, Vivia also know. I also know, but Yuma doesn't know. What the fuck?
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
Yuma.
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
Come on.
It's before all of that.
Yuma.
It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
Already told you that.
No, you doesn't.
The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh,
Not even that. How did they get past
This
the
is the
poison
end for you!
room?
You have nowhere left to go!
oh, come on. Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll
Yeah.
fight.
That's not what he meant.
Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Not good
Good
enough.
luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You're out of way, looking for an answer that will never come!
I have something in my mind right now, some clue, but I'm not gonna say it until it review.
Keep playing.
Okay, let's see what kind of
Hang with your shit,
thing you're
deductions.
gonna say.
You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it. Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
Is that all?
But... that's right.
Keep playing
Yeah, Fubuki. Yep.
with your
Keep
shit
playing.
deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security
That's
system
not
was
fair that you
always
can
live.
switch that.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
There is one.
Slash through this mystery.
There is one human who can breach to that.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia...
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Oh no, I didn't expect this. That a big braid.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, this one.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die.
It might die.
You should already know this, right? The gas has a special trait. gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska.
No.
This is the truth.
But you will die later, and the person who died later is that guy. So are we saying that that guy is the Cropens?